Hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. Bitcoin is currently trading around 29.8k, and to be honest, it hasn't really moved over this weekend. So Saturday is usually a quiet day, and again, that was shown yesterday by pretty much only sideways movement, very slight upside movement maybe, but really mainly sideways, and that is the same for most cryptocurrencies, most altcoins. Chainlink moved up quite significantly though, but nothing out of the ordinary here for the crypto market. And they were all following pretty much Bitcoin sideways movement. Yeah, always with a few exceptions, but if you see a 5% upside here or there or downside, that is nothing unusual for the crypto market. Okay, so let's take a look at Bitcoin here. Really no change. Yeah, so I'm still following this roadmap here at the moment. We are still here off the view currently that Bitcoin completed a wave 4 up here in this area around 32.4k. This was also the area where you would expect a wave 4 to get into, because if we take the Fibonacci retracement tool and draw it from the beginning of the wave 3 to the low of the wave 3 here in red, then you get the retracement levels for a wave 4, and a wave 4 normally reaches the region between the 38.2% Fibonacci retracement level and the 50% Fibonacci retracement level, so between 32.1k and 34.2k. That was all reached in this wave 4, and therefore the wave 4 can be seen as complete. Now there is no real evidence yet, or it's not absolutely confirmed that the wave 4 is over. We could technically still go higher and go above the wave 4, and then which that would mean that the wave 4 will be finished a little bit later. That will be the case should we move up from here and just get into the target area again. My view is that if this would happen, so if we move up into this area again, it would not be bullish, it would just be an extension of this overall correction, because we can only very difficult. It is very difficult to count all of this as a bullish move from a wave count point of view. So it very much looks like a wave 4. It very much looks corrective. In this case, it is an WXY pattern, which is an extended correction, which would mean after this correction, because we are in an overall downtrend, but then we get a correction to the upside. And then the impulse, which goes into the direction of the higher level trend, will continue to the downside. And that is what we are still waiting for. And it seems like with this latest move down here, it has started. Yeah, in this yellow and white wave count that you can see here. So we're just waiting for this roadmap to be fulfilled at the moment. And at the moment, as you can see, if I zoom in here on the 1 hour chart, you will see that we are here currently, at least that is what I see as very likely at the moment. You will see that we are in this wave 2 in white, and this is, it basically broke out of this wedge pattern. We talked about it yesterday, that it can be very likely to break out of this wave pattern to the upside, but that on the weekend, this could just mean sideways movement, or that the likelihood for a fake out to the upside is very high, especially if we don't have a lot of volume. And look at the volume bars down here. There isn't really a lot of volume at the moment, which would mean, okay, we have a little bit of an extended wave 2. Well, actually, it's not extended. The wave 2 is already very short. And I said to you yesterday, because the wave 2 here in white is actually quite short, that we should normally expect a little bit more upside in this wave 2. And we can, again, draw the Fibonacci levels for this. So if we start at the beginning of this white wave 1, go down to the wave 1, then we get the Fib levels, and you can see that wave 2 has at the moment only reached the 23.6% Fibonacci retracement level. Now a wave 2 would normally ideally go at least, and that is usually the minimum for a wave 2. Should normally go to 30.4k, so the 38.2% Fibonacci level, more often even the 50% Fib level at 30.8k, or the 61.8 at 31.2k. But what we have here on this chart is a very important resistance level here at 30.7k, this wave 4 high. So I think this is something that could restrict the upward movement in a wave 2. Someone already asked me, I thought we were already here in a wave 3, why are we not going down? Well, the reason is the wave 2 is very short, yeah. But I mentioned in the last video that normally you would want to see a bit of a longer wave 2. Now it could have been that within this descending trend line here, this descending wedge, the price action of the wave 2 could have been constrained and we could have moved down straight away. But obviously it just didn't care, it moved sideways, and that makes it quite likely that we could now see one of the next fib levels, or maybe even here the 30.7k. If we move above the 30.7k, there's still possibilities that we're in the wave 2, but it will get a bit more likely that we actually will reach the yellow target area up here again, yeah. And only if we break above 32.4k, it will invalidate this impulsive move down. At the moment, it's all looking very impulsive to the downside. What is currently coming up here is very, very quiet, not a lot of movement. That actually confirms that we could be here in a corrective wave currently, which a wave 2 is. Yeah, and we just have to wait until it's finished and until we see a signal that we start to go into the next sell-off again. And that would only happen, yeah, when we see the first, maybe red negative engulfing candle. If we break below the previous swing low here, for example, at 29.25k, that would be important to get below the previous swing low here of the wave 1, and then continue the move down, and then also tackle the next swing low of the wave X here. That would be really important because this is the swing low of this overall move. When we get below that, that would be at 28k, then we can also go to the next swing low at 25.4k, depending on which exchange. Each exchange here on the 12th of May made a different low, I think, because it was very volatile. So we just have to wait until we then get to that level, and ideally would break that as well. Yeah, and I'm still looking here for a lower low, also based on the short time frame Elliott Wave count here. That would suggest we're going to make one more lower low somewhere in the region between below 25.4k. Always bear in mind, Bitcoin can surprise everybody, and we could now move up at any point in time. And the reason for that is because Bitcoin did complete the minimum requirements for its correction. So throughout the last 6 months, I made you aware of of this target area below 28.7k. Yeah, that was originally here. And when Bitcoin reached that, from that point of view, we were quite confident. Well, not confident, but we knew that Bitcoin had completed the minimum requirements for its correction. So this is the area that Bitcoin just needed to go into from a higher level point of view to complete the overall pattern on the chart here, the ABC. And in this C wave, you want to make a lower low compared to the wave A. Bitcoin did that. And from that point of view, it has increased the probabilities massively that the low could already be in, that Bitcoin is finished with the correction, but we don't have enough bullish evidence for that yet. Yeah, at the moment, the chart structure and also the Elliott Wave count, the short time frame Elliott Wave count, and also the indicators don't yet confirm that the low is in. We need more signals, and therefore at the moment I keep here of the view that we will come down once more lower. But it is not a must anymore. It was an absolute must throughout the last 6 months, all the way until we reached the target area. But now it is pretty much that we could all be okay with Bitcoin completing the correction because it completed the minimum requirements. It is now fully equipped to move back to new all-time highs. All it needs to do now is that catalyst, that first impulsive move that will take it back to the upside. And of course, I'll keep you updated about that on this channel here. Okay, so hopefully you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then check out the channel membership. Here you can get access to the Telegram live chat groups, the Discord server, my own buy and sell orders, and a weekly live stream. There is one live stream today at 5 o'clock UTC for channel members. So if you're interested, check it out. Today we're going to cover the Vasil hard fork and the Ethereum merge. Okay, so hopefully you like the update. See you in the next video. Bye-bye.